This is Rocky. Neat animal. We'll talk about him in a minute. Now, how does space and snakes fit together? You think a giant space station, landing, objects that land on the moon, and snakes. That doesn't fit, does it? Well, the scientists and engineers at NASA started studying this magnificent animal. And they wanted to know, how can it hold on so easily? A 7-foot snake holding on by the wrist of the hand. How do they do this? They do it with their skeleton, their bones, and more importantly, the scutes or ventral scales of their stomach here. All the scales along their tummy enable them to hold on and climb. Some of you actually have a snake living in your attic. If your house is on the ground, if it's above the ground, they're living below the surface of the floor. So yes, they can climb just about anything. So these NASA engineers started studying this animal. They wanted something that could hold on to something like an asteroid, different surfaces, and they couldn't find anything. They studied spiders and scorpions, trying to figure this out. Well, they came up with the snake. And what they have today is a snake robot called the snake bot. And it's on display right back there. The exact animal that, well, that's actually a robot. The exact animal that they designed is here for your viewing pleasure. Well, how about the body of this snake? What's the skin of the snake called, boys and girls? Scales. People call them scales. Well, these scales are not scales at all. These are skin plates. Yes, this is part of their skin. This is what the animal has to protect their body. It keeps them dry on the outside, moist on the inside. Very important part of their body is this entire amount of skin they have. The scales, if I pulled one off of Rocky here, if the scale would not grow back, only scar tissue would grow back. Just like if I pulled off a piece of my skin. Just giving you an idea that it's just skin. But how does that fit with space? That's crazy. Now we're really full of strings. You ever heard of the shuttle? The tiles that protect that shuttle are almost identical to the scales, the skin plates on the snake. That's right. So we actually have an opportunity to see what these feel like in just a moment. How many of you have heard that a snake has a triangular head that's venomous? That's called a lie. Yeah, it's untrue. There's no truth to the statement. How many of you have common sense? Quite a few of you. Do snakes chew their food or do they swallow it whole? Swallow it whole. Absolutely, they do. So let's take me, for example. Let's say all of a sudden I no longer chew my food, I just swallow it whole. And I just went and bought a Big Mac. How am I going to get it down these jaws? This jawbone here and this jawbone are too close together. So the first thing I have to do is spread them apart. So the hamburger would go down, right? Absolutely right. Because that's what you must have if you swallow your food. Every snake on the planet has a form of triangular head. I can show you non-venomous snakes with a more triangular head than venomous rattlesnakes. Yes, that's what this snake is. Not a rattlesnake, a venomous one. So it gives you an idea of stuff you hear. Hey, how many of you have heard red and yellow kill a fellow, red and black, venom black? Yeah, you forgot to tell the long nose and the broad-banded water snake and other snakes that have yellow and red touching. Yeah, not true. I'm sorry. I wish it was. But that's what they do. They tell us this stuff. And now I'm going to tell you why I think they tell you this. Why do they make us this stuff that I can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt is not true? I'm not making it up. I'm not making it sound good. It's simply not true. Why? Well, I think it's because Chocolate sauce. Red, yellow, touching. I think it's just so people will kill snakes. Let's give them the respect they deserve. Okay. I'm going to tell you, speaking of respect, how to survive a snake bite. Has anybody here been bitten by a venomous snake? Raise your hand. Oh, lucky audience. Awesome. Well, the first thing you would do, if you're here in the United States, so we're talking about the country we're in. Let's say I'm bit on my left hand, right here where I'm holding Rocky. First thing I do is take my ring off and my watch off, because there's going to be some swelling. Second thing, I'm going to put my hand up in the air like I'm trying to get somebody's attention. And I'm going to leave it there. Leave your hand up way as high as you can get. Leave it up high. Then, you take your phone. Call 911. You might even want to take a picture of the snake. Because I can tell you the emergency room doesn't want that snake in their emergency room, so don't bring it to them. You do not have to know the species. There's only one antivenom approved by the FDA here in the United States. So it's not like we have one for every species of snake. So this is what you do. You call 911, you get your transportation, and you go to the hospital. Do nothing to the bite. No snake bite kit. Matter of fact, I can hold my snake bite kit in one hand. My phone and my car keys. That's your snake bite kit today. No suction device, no tourniquet, no ice. Go to the hospital and you have a great success story to talk about. Chances of death? Yes, it can happen. Now, 2,000 bites in the state of Texas, we have up to 3 deaths. So it does happen, it has happened. So get to the hospital. If you're in Southeast Texas, bedtime for grown-ups, Texas children for the kids. That's where you have a toxicologist MD, and that's all I'm going to say about snake bites. Now what do you do if you see a snake in the wild? You know, I might be out talking to my friends, watching people on the playground. I might be over here saying, hey, what's happening, man? What's going on? I might say hi to the alligator skull, you know, just having fun. And then, you know, all of a sudden, snake! Well, you just stop right where you are. So 1, 2, 3. Watch the snake. What I do is I grab my camera, take a photo of the snake, then I know what it is. You can do the same thing. You see a snake, take a photo of it, send it to them, I'll tell you what it is. Have you noticed how far the snake thing's in that length of time? Not too far, it's actually coming back this way now. I had enough time to go to the garage and grab a shovel, go into the house and grab a shotgun. Boom! Could have easily killed this thing. Why? Because he only moves about 2 to 3 miles an hour. If this would have been a squirrel, he would have already been up a tree and jumped over 3 trees. Think about it. Give snakes the respect they deserve. Rocky here is a Texas bull snake. He's a neat animal. He has an ability that very few other snakes have. He is the true, absolute mimic of the Texas Western diamondback rattlesnake. He has the bands on his tail like a rattlesnake. He has a triangular head like a rattlesnake. He has a piece of cartilage in his mouth that he blows air by and makes a loud hissing noise you can hear all over this place, and at the same time rattles his tail. This is the common bull snake, one of our largest snakes in the state, one of the top 3. Get up to 8 feet long, he's over 7 feet right now. I'm going to need a grown-up participant here to hold Rocky for me. Right there, this young lady up front. Looks like she has some antennas. Rocky, ignore the antennas. Come on up. What's your name? Tiffany, hold Rocky like this. Easy to get her. Come right up here. Stand right over here. Tiffany is now holding Rocky. We have several fun snakes to visit with today. This next snake we're going to see, it is the cousin to that one that lives in your attic. This is a corn snake. Yes, this is, some people will call it a red rat snake, and they are correct. This is a red rat snake. But we'll call it a corn snake because, well, it is a corn snake. So I'm going to need another grown-up to help me hold this snake. Okay, come on up. Corn snakes are masters at controlling rodents. Go stand right next to this young lady. They absolutely can go in places that no other animal can go. What other animal can go in a hole this big and eat the mouse on the other side? Well, when you think of it, let me know, because I know that that's the master right there. This next snake is what we call an exotic. So it wouldn't be a snake you'd find anywhere in Texas or in the United States. But you would find him in Africa. This is an albino ball, B-A-L-L, python. His name is John Lemon. He is very sweet. They're called a ball python because that's how they protect themselves. They put their whole body in a ball, and then they hide their head as if to say, please don't hurt me, no, don't touch me. And that's how they protect themselves. That's what a wild one would do. Who can I get to hold this one? I need me a grown-up. Right there, I see his hand up. Willingly, a willing, come on up. Look at that, he's almost as tall as me, he's standing down there. Oh, there we go. Open hands, go stand right up here. Thank you, sir. What's your name? Melvin? Thank you, sir. They just keep coming. This next snake is my all-time favorite. It's the exact same species as the snake that Melvin is holding. This is Lucky. This is the African ball python normal phase. The albino over there, you'll notice, has zero black. No black people in the eye, no black outline anywhere on its scales. Zero black makes it an albino. This one is exactly what a wild one would look like. She is so sweet, I can let a baby pet her. That's how sweet she is. An amazing animal. 12 years ago, she was in someone's garage on a 31-degree December night. She was 31 degrees. These come from Africa. They do not hibernate. They stay warm all year. She had a severe case of pneumonia. 4 different antibiotics. 18 months before she could come down the hill. She hasn't missed you yet. Doing really good today. She's doing wonderful. She's sweet as can be. What grown-up out there would like to hold my all-time favorite snake? Right out there. I see. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get you in a second. Come here. No, you. I say your name, but I just don't know it. She goes, it's not going to bite me, is it? I let a baby hold this snake. She's sweet as can be. She is absolutely. If you have a fear of snakes, this is one to work with. Come stand up right next to him. That way you have the 2 identical snakes right next to one another. This is really awesome. I really like this. Now what I do is I take pictures of you holding my snakes. I'm just going to get back with this guy. He's huge. Up the snake. Man. Okay, right here. That looks good on you. And what I do with these pictures, I don't know you, right? You never met. Why do I want your picture? I put it on my website for you to download for free. These are your photos I take today. Now, guys, we need to meet Bubba. Bubba, are you asleep? Wake up. Did you know snakes sleep with their eyes open? This is Bubba, the coolest snake on the planet. Not really, but he is pretty cool. He's an albino Burmese python. They're one of the larger species of snakes, whereas the ball python, one of the smallest species of snakes. Now, why would you have a snake this big? Well, used for exercising. Do your curls with it. You need to do your deep knee bend, hold the snake steady, keep the back straight, and you can work on muscle toning. I'm going to need two strong guys. There's one right there. Right next, both of you, come on up. Okay. Okay, back up on stage here, no tripping. Okay, hold this out right here. There you go. Both hands, keep your hands flat underneath. If you can feel his scales, adjust your hands to where you cannot feel the scales. Kind of hold her like you like her, like this. She's real sweet. She loves children. Yeah, and she's alive. Yeah, she's moving all around. She really is alive. Live things generally. You're doing great. Like, he likes you. You've done this before, and you're obviously a snake person. Right? You like snakes, yeah. I mean, when Rocky goes around the neck of his head, I'm sitting here with an awesome looking woman. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Okay. So how are you going to interact with these snakes? Because you don't know what they feel like. They do. But what we're going to do